The Venus Orion Comics universe is officially underway, and now we're taking it even further. The launch of our official website and Patreon marks the next step in building this indie comic universe from the ground up. At VenusOrionComics.com, you'll find character bios, series breakdowns, and the foundation of everything we're building. Supporters on Patreon get access to exclusive Discord channels where you can dive deeper into the lore and interact directly with the creator community. Your support helps fund new issues, pay artists fairly, and speed up development across all 8 series in Phase 1. We're just getting started. Visit VenusOrionComics.com and join the Patreon today to help shape the future of this universe.
8 heroes, 8 stories, 1 universe begins. The Foundation launches the Venus Orion Comics universe, the first wave of interconnected stories. Each tale is self-contained, but everyone adds to the broader setup of the universe and its inevitable crossover of characters within this shared world. It all began with Varian Keller's Vampire Killers, and with every release, the stakes rise until the first universe-shaking crossover. Welcome to Venus Orion Comics. The universe is just opening.
And here it is, my custom artwork of my Venus Orion Comics comic book characters. Now, to be honest with you guys, you're not supposed to see this just yet, but you guys, you know, I love you guys. This is my YouTube channel, and I want to show you guys what I have here. That allows me to pretty much submit my artwork, and they'll put it, actually make a template for the arcade stick, which is the Mayflash 500 Elite. Now you have to make sure that you get this correct, because it's pretty much a sticker.
Hey, Chatisisa here, and everyone, please be aware, if you do not know what the Venus Orion Comics is, and if you don't know Mugen Lord, then I would highly recommend you check it out, because I've just got in the post my first comic book from the series, the new series from Mugen Lord and from Venus Orion Comics, and it's called Vampire Killers. I hope you can see that. So this is one of the possible covers, and it is really fantastic. First of all, high quality. Second, awesome art style, and of course, third, intriguing story. So if you like comics and you love this type of comics like vampires, then I would highly suggest that you check it out. So just FYI from my side, I'll be linking Mugen Lords and Venus Orion's comics data below this post, but definitely check it out.
my way to tell you that I've got the very first graded comic in the world of vampire killers. And in all seriousness, I really love the comic. But you could have used a silver Sharpie. Silver Sharp.
Hello guys, Joker the Fool here, back at it again with another comic review. This is Vampire Killers, done by Brian H. Blackston. He goes by Mugen Lord on Twitter, and this comic is his first, and it launches the Venus Orion Comics shared universe. And what this story is the foundation of the Shadow World, and of course, it takes place in Neo-Delphia. This is a futuristic city that is plagued by vampires. Our main character here is Hezekiah Draybon, a 28-year-old vampire hunter, and he's tasked with taking down the main group of vampires. This is what the first, major plot line is establishing, other than the world building. Goes and tries to save this woman named Jasmine. And I think the stuff here is interesting. There is definitely some world building. You've got, like I said, the Guardian bands. You've got the city of Neo-Delphia. You've got the introduction of the character profiles, and you see another character profile here of Techlock, who's Matthew Summers. So introducing the characters that are going to be recurring and introducing the environment, or I should say the world that they're in, the basic elements of it. And I think he does a pretty good job at doing this.
Who is the rooftop watcher? What did Jasmine know that made her a target? And how far does this mystery really go? Drop your theories below. Let's unravel it. Together.
Hey, Wrath. I was able to pinpoint Jasmine Mitchell's location.
Remember the pain, and remember the suffering.
What do you mean they're coming after me? I don't get it. How did they find out?
Everyone around you will pay the ultimate price.
I think someone just walked into my apartment.
Jasmine, get the hell out of there right now.
What are you?
Damn it, kid, I'm on my way.
High-grade silver nitrate bullets. Something your kind doesn't take lightly. Well, am I right, vampire?
What is going on
Kid, did
here?
you forget? The party was canceled to avoid a potential police raid. Your friend should already know that.
No fucking way. Is he even
You
human?
think you're doing?
Jasmine, step away from the window right now!
Damn it! Looks like the police are headed in your direction.
No! Wait! Jasmine!
Only then will you become the man I remember. Hezekiah Draybon.
What is Varian Keller's Vampire Killers? The first comic in the Venus Orion Comics universe takes us to Neo-Delphia, a dystopian city under constant surveillance by the Guardian Protocol. Beneath the surface, a hidden war brews between three deadly factions: Echelon, the Church of Elohim, and the vampire society known as the Obscurum Order. When the Draybon brothers lose loved ones to a vampire known as the Flamebringer, they join forces with Varian Keller, a seasoned vampire hunter, to become night hunters and fight back. Alongside Varian's team, the Retributes, they train, hunt, and uncover the conspiracy fueling the Shadow War. Chapter 1 follows Hezekiah Draybon, who takes matters into his own hands after Varian fails to help him track down Alan Fleck. Varian Keller's Vampire Killers. The hunt begins.
All right, here we go. Let's see. What's up, Emerald? What's up, Valerian? What's up, Michael? What's up, Landon? What's up, Ruin? What's up, Matt? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Wait for more of you guys to hop on in. So Wednesday, can't believe we in like the middle of this week already. In the middle of this week. What's up, Calvin? Calvin, you was the one that participated in the art contest, right? The fan art contest, right? All right, cool. This is what I'm gonna do. Since a lot of people didn't know anything about the fan art contest, I'm gonna just give everybody who participated. It's like I think it's like 6 or 7 of you guys. I think so. I'm gonna just send you guys when I get a chance. I'll let you guys know when I'll contact you guys. Matter of fact, send me I need your email addresses. Send it to venusandryancomics@gmail.com. I'm going to just send all you guys who participated, since it's only like 6 of you guys. And it went on for so long like that. I'm going to just send you guys some merch just for participating. Just for participating, I'm going to send you guys some merch, some shirts. And everything, and I'm going to do a brand new fan art contest at some point. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that for you, Calvin. When I get a chance, I'll be emailing you guys asking for your addresses and stuff like that, and then send you guys some merch when I get a chance. Before the year is out, let me put it that way. Before the year is out, I'll make sure you guys will have some merch. Yeah, the convention. He said, "How was the convention?" The convention was fun. I had a good time. A lot of networking was done while I was there, which was also awesome. Met a lot of vendors, and I met some voice actors too, and some pretty prominent voice actors that voice anime and stuff like that. And I did some connections. I made some connections and stuff like that, and working on something in the background. So I really can't talk about anything yet until we get all the kinks out and what I'm gonna do and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a good time. And quite a few of you guys also showed up, which I also appreciate. And so I got a chance to meet some of my subscribers and stuff as well. So that was awesome and everything. Got a chance to sign some books. Got a chance to share my universe, talk about it to a lot of people who are interested. And I also picked up a couple of patrons too, which was also awesome as well. And even after the convention, I got some book orders. People ordered some books, which is also awesome. I really appreciate that as well. So the gears are working, is moving. The gears are moving, and I really appreciate that for Venus Orion Comics and stuff, and the support that you guys have been showing, and many of you has been following through on that. So I think that's a blessing, and I really appreciate that. So how's everybody? How everybody been? Because this week I'm working on so much stuff that I'm putting together, and I can't wait. All right, cool. Thanks, Calvin. I got your email and stuff. Yeah, so before the year's out, I'm going to make sure that you're going to get a shirt or in something else. I may get you may get a shirt and also a nylon bag too that you can, string bag, so you can put stuff in it and stuff. So I'll be mixing up the merchandise, make sure everybody get like a variety of item or two or something like that. So I'll be doing that. Oh, cool, man. I really appreciate that. There will be a Patreon cover coming soon. For Patreon, and there will also be cover A digital. So if that will be available for purchase at my Patreon store. So you'll be able to buy you'll be able to buy a digital comic from my Patreon, like through a tier or whatever like that. So that's what I'll be doing with that as well. You said a double XL shirt. Got you. Also, just in case I forget, tell me your size in the email. If you didn't do that, just send me another email, your shirt size, because I will forget, because there's a lot of things hit me at one time and I will forget. So just make sure you email me your size, just in case you didn't. Yeah. So with the Patreon, yes, with the Patreon, I will be coming out with a digital cover and a physical cover for the Patreon for Chapter 1 of VK. And for those who want to show support and follow and become a patron, at the $10 tier, when I get a chance, you'll automatically get access to the digital comic through the $10 tier. When I make that available, the moment you subscribe to it, you'll have access to the digital comic of Chapter 1 through the $10 tier. So and remember, if you pick whatever tier you pick, whatever high tier you pick, you get all the other privileges and perks from the tiers below it. So you're not just getting anything. You're not just getting just what's in the $10 tier. You're getting everything in the $5 tier and everything in the $3 tier. So another example, if I make a $20 tier, if you get the $20 tier, you get everything in the $10 tier. You get everything in the $5 tier. You get everything in the $3 tier as well. So that's how that works. So yeah, so when I do start the $10 tier, where you'll automatically get access to the digital comic and stuff like that, you'll have access to all the perks from the other tiers below it. So you get everything for the price of $10. You get everything for subscribing, the digital comic and all the other perks and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be doing a limited slot for the physical copy of the Patreon. Which that would be like $20. Would be like the $20. That's gonna be like a limited $20 tier. And once that slot fills up, I'll do fulfillment for the Patreon cover, and then I'll do a second wave, and everything for the physical and so forth and so on. And so that's how that works, and everything. So yeah. So I already on the Patreon, I did post a Hezekiah Draven wallpaper. Unwatermark, there's no watermark on it, and everything, so you better get that. I got some other things that I'll be working on, so expect some. I'm already working on a lot of Alter Squad X stuff, since that's the next book I'll be working on while Jessica is drawing Chapter 2 of VK. I'm already moving on to Alter Squad X Chapter 1, so you'll start expecting to see some more Adaptima, Photonic, Channel Red, and Lad Spectral, and Cerebra, and Rampant. You'll start seeing more of them, and you'll start seeing some villains and stuff like that. You'll start seeing some promo art coming soon, and also a lot of exclusive art only for the Patreon. So you'll be able to have access to that. And as I said before, the Patreon, like, that's going to be the thing that's really going to help Venus Orion Comics as more people start coming in. Yo, what's up, Andre? What's up, Joel? What's going on? Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys to come on in before we, have discussion about tonight's topic and stuff like that. And we get into it and stuff. And plus, I want to make another announcement too. But I want to wait for more of you guys to come in before I make that announcement. As far as Venus Orion Comics is concerned, it's good news for those who've been waiting for certain things to happen and stuff like that. It's for a limited time and whatever, but I'll make that announcement once more you guys come in. We have 65 viewers. Awesome. But yeah, so right now my brothers Strike and Kill, they're working on my OBS overlays. Like I said, I'm going to be going over to back to OBS again because of this whole StreamYard thing with the lag and stuff. It's annoying. I'm getting tired of it, and I want to have a great streaming quality for you guys, a streaming experience for you guys. So, and plus, Also, the mic quality sucks. On Streamlabs as well. The mic quality is just ass or whatever. So we can go right back to restream using OBS to get that better quality again. I gotta restructure my entire layouts and overlays. They're making me some. Nearly platinum game. I still haven't beat the game yet. I haven't went back to it yet. So I can't. I'm not gonna rate it until I finish it. So hopefully I finish it before the year is out, like I did 16 last year. So that's my goal. I'm gonna try to. That's a goal that I'm gonna have. Finish Stellar Blade before the year is out. So that's my goal to finish that. I gotta pick up Sonic Cross Worlds probably tomorrow or Friday, and Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. So I'll be picking that up this weekend and stuff as well. So next week's streams, we're gonna be getting to some gaming streams, or I'll be playing some games and stuff like that. So I'm trying to, I'm organizing everything. I'm having a good time doing this, putting together a schedule and a format of the things that we're gonna be doing. We'll be covering over these streams and stuff. So this week is more so me building, putting together, organizing stuff. And thanks to my brothers, Strike is working on my Venus Orion Comics overlays for OBS, and Keo is working on my Mugen TV overlays when we, for my Mugen TV streams and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm planning on getting Disgaea. I'm planning on it. At some point, there's so many fucking games in that damn franchise, but I'm definitely gonna pick that up when I get a chance too. Disgaea, I love tactics games, strategy games, but that game is just ridiculous as far as damage and all kinds of shit that you could do in it. Kind of intimidating to me, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try, give it a go when I get a chance. But yeah, so that's the overall plan that I want to do for my streams. So get ready, buckle up, because Mugen Lord going to be streaming a whole lot. I recommend the Divinity games. Those games are excellent. Oh, awesome Divinity games. And as we go through the stream, then I'll tell you, what series and games I recommend as well. So I recommend Sly Cooper. Easy to get into series. Okay. Yeah. I guess the first series I would say I highly recommend. I highly recommend the Star Ocean series. I highly recommend the Star Ocean series. There's about, I believe, like 5 or 6 games. We had the first one, the first departure. We got second story. We got Till the End of Time. We got Faithless. It was called something in Faithlessness. That one was true. No. Star Ocean, the fourth one, what was it called? Last Hope. Yeah, Last Hope. Then the fifth one was Integrity and Faithlessness. That one was ass. And then we have the Star Ocean, the Divine Force, which was awesome. So yeah, we have about like 6 Star Ocean games. So that's the first series that I recommend to you guys. Please try Star Ocean. Star Ocean is awesome. If you guys don't know, some of the team behind the Tales series, the Tales of series, they had split off into Tri-Ace or whatever like that. And that's why Star Ocean and the Tales series got, when it comes to their soundtrack, they're kind of similar to each other. And even sometimes the older Star Ocean games and the older Tales games were similar in combat systems and stuff in a way. So so that's a bit of a fun fact about that as well. But I just love that series, man. It was just an awesome JRPG, sci-fi, space opera, and everything. And you don't have to play the games in order. You can start at any game because they're not really heavily tied to one another. They do have connections, but they're not heavily connected because each game is years apart. Some games are 100 years apart or something like that. So you don't have to worry about that. But the past games does have a ripple effect of why certain things are going on, but you don't need to understand those past games to understand the story that you're currently playing and whatever entry that you're playing. So you don't have to worry about that. So you can actually jump into it. Let me see what we got here. Andre B says Splinter Cell. Landon said I got this guy at 1 through 5. Yeah, Yada Dome said Doom says Persona, Yakuza, Blaz Blue, and Monster Hunter. Alarian says Yakuza series is a definite recommend too. We talk about that too. Fighting game wise, Soul Calibur, the Nier series. Chef's kiss, man. I love Nier Automata. Love it. Only play Disgaea if you're predisposed to not hardcore anime bullshit. That franchise is possibly the most otaku ass. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why the Neptunia series, man, that game was so fucking weeb. It was just too weeby for me. Because my friends or science boarded for me for my birthday to get me into it. And it was just too cringe. It was just too otaku. It was just too cringe for me. I just couldn't bear that shit. I really couldn't. I tried to play it, and the combat is pretty good, but that series is just too weeby for me. I just couldn't continue with that game. So yeah, Soul Calibur is good. Definitely is good. What's up, Emerald? Welcome back. So I recommend Blaster Master Zero Trilogy. They're great retro, modern, challenging games. Yeah, because I remember the old Blaster Master, I think, was on the NES. I got the original. Definitely Yakuza series and is recommended. I got Street Fighter 6 downloaded. Okay, Kuma. Neptunia is just nah. Nier Replicant remake of the first game is sad. That's the original Nier game that came out on the PS3. I was going to pick it up, but my brother ended up getting it. And when I watched that game, I said, "Yo, this game look like ass." That's what old man Nier. I didn't even like it. And then once they remade it or remastered/remade Nier Replicant, my brother went back and played it and loved it even more. So I may give Replicant a try, but man, Nier Automata, I'm about to do another playthrough of that game. I'm gonna get on Xbox Series X as well. I got it on the PS4, but I do want to pick it up for the Xbox as well and do a playthrough on that. Metaphor Fantasio is good. ReFantasio is good. Yeah, my brother has that game. He finished it. Like, if you can't get into Persona, you'll like more darker storytelling. Yeah, I'm still not into the old monster things and stuff like that. Too much power of friendship. No, it's just it's just otaku as fuck. Like, it's just so cringy. Like the mannerisms and stuff like that with the Neptunia games. It's just too cringe for me. The government shut down, by the way. Anyway, how's your day going? Everything's fine, Demonic. How's your day, bro? Tell series highly recommended. Yes, highly recommended. I platinum both Nier games, by the way. Fiend. Damn fiend. Landon is a damn fiend. I never platinum the game a day of my life. Never platinum a game a day of my life. Like, my backlog is too much. Is too big and too long to sit down and stay with one game until I platinum it. I gotta beat a game. Once them credits go up, I beat the game and I just move on to the next game. Yo, what's up? What's up, Raku? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, but I definitely recommend the Yakuza series. And I know you can probably call me a casual, but I was never into it because during the time the original Yakuza games came out, I kind of got out of that beat 'em up brawler type games, and the Yakuza was a brawler type, with RPG mechanics and stuff to it, and I just wasn't into it. Like I kind of got phased out of that. I've kind of grew out of that genre a bit, so I didn't bother to play them when they were in the original state. But now, what got me wanting to actually try the original games is because Yakuza Like a Dragon, the RPG that came out, and I did a review on it and everything. Fell in love with that fucking game. Fell in love and literally shed a tear. Besides Xenoblade Chronicles 2 making me shed a tear, this game actually made me shed a tear at the end of that game with Ichiban and his friend, especially at the end. And you find out about, when when he was a baby and stuff and what transpired. Man, I fell in love with that whole entire cast. like I felt a personal connection to that cast the similar way I felt a personal connection to the cast of Final Fantasy VII. Man, so I got Infinite Wealth. I haven't opened it yet. I got it for the Series X, just like I got for the other one, Like a Dragon, for the Series X. Got them both. Let's see what we got here. So I was a fiend when I was younger with the Genesis and SNES. You a fiend now, bro. Is that the original Nier is different from Nier Replicant in Japan? Yeah, I know there was two Niers. It was the old one. There was the younger protagonist, and there was the old man. We got the old man in the United States. Doing good, just chilling. Yakuza games are really good stories. Definitely good stories. I agree, Talcum. So I'm thinking of trying Virtual Fighter. I got into it because of the Yakuza in the arcade. Yeah, this is another thing. 3D fighters, man. My favorite 3D fighter of all time will forever be Dead or Alive. But we haven't got a Dead or Alive game in a long time. I love Tekken, but Tekken is just way over my head. But I don't know. I'm really considering. I really want to get into Virtual Fighter, especially now that this new Virtual Fighter is coming out. So I do want to get the PC version of the Revolution or whatever it's called. I do want to get that when that does drop. And really may pick that up, and that may end up being my main 3D fighter until we get a new Dead or Alive, because it's inevitable. We will eventually at some point get a new Dead or Alive. I really believe that. If Ninja Gaiden 4 is a thing, at some point, I believe Dead or Alive will be something soon. You know what I'm saying? So I am considering picking that up, Virtual Fighter, and really get into that. If you like tactics, Devil Savior, no, Devil Survivor, I'm good. It's basically a middle between. I know what that is. I'm good. It says spoilers. Infinite Wealth is even better than Like a Dragon. I bet it is. I always shed tears in every Yakuza game. Wow. Yakuza Like a Dragon was the only RPG I really got into because JRPGs aren't really my thing. That's awesome. Because what Sega accomplished was they was able to keep and maintain the essence and the spirit of what a traditional Yakuza game is, while making it into a turn-based, which is awesome. Crash Bandicoot is another recommended. The classic 3 games and the 4th. I didn't like the 3rd Crash Bandicoot. I like the 1st and the 2nd. Crash Kart series is another one. I could never get into the reason why I didn't like the Crash Kart too much because it felt generic to me. Like, because the only characters that I do like that's recognizable to me is Crash, his sister, his female love interest, and Cortex. The rest of the other characters just felt generic to me. Like, that's why I could never really get into it. But I heard that that the card games are fun games. So remember, you can and should always make fun of gacha games. It's always morally correct. Kitchen is trash, even outside of the gacha. Yeah, but as far as gacha concerned, I'm really like, now that they Zenless Zone Zero had got rid of or pretty much ditched the television exploration thing, which I hated. I'm really gonna consider really getting into it now. Giving it a try. Zenless Zone Zero. Almost 7 years since Dead or Alive 6. Damn, doesn't time fly by that fast? Dead or Alive 7, that was 7 fucking years ago. Ain't that crazy? I was 31 when that came out. 30 fucking 1. DOA got me into the the fighting games too. That's my favorite 3D fighter. What I liked about Dead or Alive, it is button mashing friendly. You can feel on a casual level, you can have fun with the game and feel like you're doing something. But the game has layers and layers of depth. And what I love the most is the interactable environments. The stages themselves are characters, and every stage can give certain characters better advantages when it comes to combo strings and stuff like that. Overall, loved it. And of course, the babes are hot. You know what I'm saying? So everything like is just a plus when it comes to that fighting game series. I miss Itagaki directed. Yeah, the Fate series is trash outside of Zero, but I love and New Fate / Unlimited Code. Speaking of Yakuza, I see they coming out with a Yakuza Kiwami 3. So I don't know what's the difference. Which Yakuza Kiwami? Explain that to me. I wish Sega brings back games like Mad World and Anarchy Reigns. I would love for them to do that. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think what will give a lot of these companies a big advantage nowadays is if they start bringing back old franchises. Because right now it's the same shit we getting all the time. It's the same franchises, same IPs over and over and over again. I think it's about time to start bringing back some of these franchises, even if they're like nervous. I think they should, if anything, treat them as AA projects. And then once they get really popular, if they do successfully well, then they should just upgrade them into AAA projects after that. You know what I'm saying? And now you have a brand, you have an old IP, but it feels like a brand new franchise now. You know, bought Dead or Alive 5 back when it first came out, and just really didn't play it again. Man, I got all the Dead or Alives, all of them. I didn't get the first one on PS1, but when they re-released it, and it wasn't that Dead or Alive Master Box collection on the original Xbox that was exclusive to the original Xbox, that came with the remaster of 2 and a remaster of the first one, I believe it was. So yeah, technically I got all of the Dead or Alive games. I got every last Dead or Alive game from 1 all the way up to Dead or Alive 6. I even got the fucking 3DS one. Dimensions. Honestly, as long as there's actual gameplay, I don't mind gacha games. Bloody Roar is a unique fighting game series, yeah, except Bloody Roar 4. I think Bloody Roar 4 is where we played Bloody Roar 1 and we skipped 2 and 3. I think we played 1 and 4, I believe, and that was another unique, rare fighting game series. I would love to see that make a return as well. Also, we desperately need new fighting game IPs from major fighting game devs. The last new, not indie fighting game, from a fighting game dev were BlazBlue and Under Night. BB is almost like 20 years old, and Uni's was over 10. God damn. Kiwami is like a remake / remaster. Kiwami are remakes of the 3 OG games. Kiwami 3 is also released into. Oh wow, awesome. Okay, I may have to go back and try to get the Kiwamis instead then, right? The last new fighting game IP any major dev was ARMS for Nintendo 8 years ago. Damn, ARMS was 8 years ago? So ARMS came out before Dead or Alive 6? God damn, time be flying by. The Kiwami series is a remaster of the old Yakuza games, but it has new content. So I guess I get the Kiwami games then, right? Most fighting games I grew up with were Dragon Ball Z, Budokai games, and Naruto Clash of Ninjas. Oh, yeah, you're a young bull. Sad that the last 2 GameCube games never made it to the United States. Sega should bring back Outrun, smart arcade style racing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got I don't care about the volleyball games. The first game that came out, that shit was ass. Because I was expecting an arcade like volleyball experience, but with hot Dead or Alive chicks, and didn't get that. I wasn't it was literally catered. It's literally for, fan service, and I love me some fan service, but I love my video games to be video games, not just fan service. So those games were not fun. The Dead or Alive volleyball, the extreme volleyball game. I went. My cousin had the game and went to go try it out, and I I played it for about 10 minutes. I said, all right, I'm done with this game. It's literally just fan service. That's all it is. None of the games are fun or anything in that game. It's just to look at the chicks. And I love video games. I want to play video games. I still wish we had another Naruto Clash of Ninja games in the United States. You think the Saudis will fix EA? Oh, that's interesting. I think I may talk about it next week too. Give my opinions on it. Probably. I mean, the Saudis, they got. I'm kind of skeptical. The Saudis are buying a lot of shit because they got SNK, and now they have EA. I believe they would fix some shit. I really believe they would fix some shit, but I don't know. Like, they got EA and they got SNK. It's kind of scary. Like, Tencent is already getting shit, and then we got the Saudis coming in buying shit. We just have to wait and see. You said you still walk 4 miles, Mugen. Do you do any weightlifting? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do some walking and I do weightlifting. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be massive. I'm just trying to be just cut. I'm trying to get just be cut. I just want to be cut. I don't want to be massive and bulky. So I lift about 110, 120 pounds. I don't try to go. I don't really I haven't really tried to go any higher than that. Or like that. I just want to be cut. That's all I want to be. I don't want to be massive. I don't want to be big and bulky and shit like that. So that's why I do more walking than weightlifting. But I'm gonna try to put more weightlifting into my schedule though. But yeah, so I do some weightlifting here and there. But I more so do a lot of walking, and I've been getting into my sit-ups and I've been in my push-ups. So I'm watching Gachiakia right now. It's a really good anime. I love the animation, character designs. Yeah, I talked about that on my Venus Orion Comics channel. I was talking about when trying to create, a anime, to create a story for your, for comics, video games, whatever you're trying to create stories for. I was giving the perfect example how the creator, the artist, and she's also the writer of Gachiakuda, Gachiakuda, and I explained how in my video of how a personal experience can be a perfect way to create a story or set up a story for your comic series, your manga, your anime, your video games, or whatever like that. And hers all started from, she had a personal connection with her pencil that she does all her artwork and drawings on, until one day it finally broke. And once it broke, she felt like a piece of her was missing. And that's what gave her the idea for Gachiakuda, which, what if you can take an object that's personal to you and it becomes something, you know what I'm saying? So that's where her idea came from. I talked about it in the video. You can check it out on my Venus Orion Comics channel, but how personal connections or personal experiences can allow you to shape stories. And that was a one example that I gave there in that video. Streets of Rage is a good beat 'em up series from Sega. Yes, it is. The first game is over 30 years old. Jesus Christ. Yeah. While the Streets of Rage is 5 years old. Yeah, I had Streets of Rage 4. I have Streets of Rage 4 right here. I got it from Limited Runs. I would never buy from them guys again, dude. So fucking late to the like the wait period. I had to wait a whole entire fucking year to get mines. I would the worst service. But yeah, and it came in like a Genesis box, classic. Yeah, I'm supposed to play with Omega Boris, do some online play with this or something like that, and go through the game. So I'm gonna plan that out too, with Omega Boris and stuff. So yeah, this is my limited run of Streets of Rage. Me and my brother Strike and Keo had beat the game and stuff. Yep. Man, I forgot how many games. I still haven't beat Crash 4. Was it? It's About Time. I still haven't even beat that. I know the Sawyers love exotic cars, so NFS is probably going to be in good hands. I say modern day, we definitely need some good fan service games that aren't gacha. We definitely need Dead or Alive, Simran, Kagura, Rumble Roses. We also need Lilith to make a console Tamanin game. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about and the gacha games. What pisses me off about gacha games is because some of those gacha games has cool character designs. Some of them have cool worlds and cool character backstories and stuff like that, and cool worlds that they build, but yet like they're free to play gacha games. Like I can never own those games. Like Zenless Zone Zero, I would love to own that game. What's that other one? And Inada, that Chinese knockoff Sleeping Dogs GTA and the Spider-Man. I would love that to be a game that I can actually purchase and have it on disc and play whenever I want. And I don't know why those type of games are only gacha games. I think that really irritates me. I would love to see like games like I would like to see like First Descendant be a game, like a game. It's like that you can actually buy, have it on disc and stuff like that and play. I would love to see shit like that, but all those games are relegated to gotchas and free to plays. So Modern SNK is a joke, bro. They ain't doing anything with their properties. Hopefully, with the Saudis, the sports games won't be lackluster anymore from EA, but we'll see. What's up, JT? Man, Sega stopped making Valkyrie Chronicles. I don't know why. Guess they done like Mora Salvaria. I don't know what that is. Saudis going to own WWE in a few years. Shit's fucked. Damn. What's up, Kizaki? Seems like live service games are taking over. Our games are getting old. Well, the thing is about live service, like, I mean, Sony canceled a lot of them. So I don't think they're going to fully take over. But I think, like, because what's going on is there's a lot of cutbacks on a lot of these live service because it's just not working, especially with the new CEO that's just stepped in with Sony and stuff a few months back. But yeah, man, I think we are going to be moving to like the subscription service era where everything's going to be locked behind the subscription service. We're going to talk about that. We're going to lean into that on Friday. Because Xbox is talking about upping the subscription service for Game Pass and even adding ads for the cheaper subscription rates. So we definitely gonna get into all that. I think that's a good topic we can talk about. I'm glad you brought that up, Kisaki. Because I believe that's where we will probably be going. We probably will be going to like more of the subscription service, Netflix streaming. They're still trying to push, and the only way we can combat that is if everybody goes out and support physical. And the reason why Xbox is now in this situation where they can up Game Pass is for the fact is that most of these Xbox motherfuckers will not buy physical. I see it all the time in the comment sections. Is it coming to Game Pass? And the more and more you buy into Game Pass, the more and more they see that, oh, everybody want the digital, they start cutting physical. And that's why what pisses me off is there's a lot of games that came out that I wanted for my Series X, but I decided not to get it is because once I found out that it's digital only or it's only a digital side inside the box, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, I guess I get the PlayStation version or I get the Nintendo Switch version or whatever like that. And that sucks. I want to collect for my Xbox Series X physically. But the reason why they cutting out disc and everything, because these motherfuckers are not buying physical. They just getting everything digital or they getting shit Game Pass. And that's where we at. And what happens is they funneling all these Xbox Game Pass niggas. They funneling all of them to get Game Pass. And once they get Game Pass, that would become the primary service that's only available. And once they do that, then they can dictate the price of the Game Pass now. Because now there's no other alternatives. They've sliced out the physical. So all you have is Game Pass and digital gaming. And now you're locked into it. But you guys created that. Microsoft didn't do that. You guys did. By keep going out, getting shit on Game Pass and not going out and actually buying the fucking game physically. Yo, what's up, Neo? When I played Action Tamanin, I thought the same. Give the IP to Tansoft, who made Singung. Okay. So I believe the Saudis would clean some things with EA. The activists are angry at the news. Yeah, that shocked me when I saw it popped up on YouTube and I saw it on Twitter and shit. Like, wow, like the Saudis got EA. Never thought somebody would get EA. Never ever get anything from Limited Run ever. I learned my fucking lesson. Yo, what's up, Nate? Shut up. Mugen, you play, was it R6 Siege? What's that? Rainbow Six Siege? Nah, I haven't played it. Anada, or so-called video games, Anada characters are not locked behind gacha. I know that, but I want to own the game. These free-to-play games get on my nerves. I only play Marvel Snap, and it's not a gacha game. That's my problem with gacha games, too. The most part, the games will be more fleshed out, and I want to play at my own pace. They're gacha because they're aimed at Coomer otakus and anti-woke who will happily pay for this crap. The Chinese actually take pride. Yeah, I mean, they're being blatant. like the Chinese with these gacha games, they're being blatant. I never once in my life seen a commercial game that really give to the foot fetish community. You dude, I've been seeing so many like scenes from some gacha games, especially like Zenless Zone Zero, that purposely put emphasis on feet and shit like that. Like they they go in like these gacha games, yeah. And I do, but like I don't like to use like Gooner and stuff like that, but that's what they typically are. A lot of these gacha games, they're fan service to the max, anti-woke to the max, and they know their demographic. They know their demographic and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyone remember Segata's Shinjiro mascot? No, I have Sega Saturn, but I never really followed up with Sega Saturn, especially when they didn't even have a Sonic game. They try to pass the Sonic 3D Blast as a Sonic game. They didn't have a next gen Sonic game for the Sega Saturn. So ads, they're gonna be adding ads to Xbox Game Pass for the low subscription ones. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna make a video that's gonna be up on Friday, and we'll be talking about it on stream on Friday. So I want to save that discussion for that time, or whatever. But people are canceling their Game Passes out of the woodworks. That website about to crash, and that's what's gonna kill Xbox, man. Microsoft has really lost their minds. Word, damn. Microsoft has been wanting to kill preservation since Xbox One, being good since the 3. I agree. DRM is my main issue. Game Pass is basically Netflix. Don't forget, Microsoft is just pissing on Rare. Did you know that Doug Bowser got fired from Nintendo? No, he didn't get fired. He's retiring. If only the West and Japan would get their shit together, China wouldn't be making as much money in gacha games as much. Yes, right now China and Korea is kicking ass in gaming. It's Korea, it's South Korea, and it's China right now. They killing it, man, with these gacha games, these free to play games, and like these live service games and stuff like that. And it's sad, like especially me growing up off of Japanese, games and stuff like that. And this was let me just explain what's going on. Especially in Square Enix case, as far as Japanese games and why Square Enix is getting destroyed, as far as like with the wokeness and DEI, all this other nonsense, is they're putting too much faith in their American department. Like Square Enix, this is pretty much happening to like a lot of these Japanese studios. What's going on is they had their Japanese main branch, and then they have their American branch. So now what they're doing is they're putting so much more emphasis as they're designing their games. They're relying on the American branch by asking them, because like they ask them what's offensive, what's not offensive, and stuff like that. So they leave their wholeheartedly trust in their American branch. So whenever they design characters or whatever like that, they consult their American branch. So because they don't want to do anything that's going to offend the West. So they just take their American branch for face value. So then they will come in and say, well, this is offensive, that's offensive, not knowing that the Western branch is woke as shit, that they got nothing but activists in their branch and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? In the American branch. So that's what's going on. And Square Enix even said that they always go to their, and even Namco Bandai, they always go to their American branch and consult them, and keep that in mind in their development before they release it to the West and shit like that. So the reason why Nintendo is doing good for themselves, because even though that we're getting a new Nintendo president next year, which I can't remember her name. She's going to take over Doug Bowser's spot because he's retiring at the end of the year. Even though we got a Japanese, even though we have an American branch for Nintendo, there's still a Japanese CEO that looks over, that's in charge of the American studio, the American branch for Nintendo. Like Reggie Fils-Aimé was the only American president of Nintendo that was like the face, like he represented the American branch, but the American branch has really no real power. They're just the presidents there are just a mascot for the company. But Reggie Fils-Aimé, he was that bridged the American, the West with the Japanese department, with the the Japanese side of Nintendo. He was very proactive. That's why I love Reggie Fils-Aimé. Like this dude, like he made Nintendo so interesting. It was Reggie that made Nintendo interesting. I love Reggie. And my dream was to always I didn't think I never thought that he would retire or move away from Nintendo, because my dream was to always meet Reggie. Like when I was in school in my university for business administration, got my degree, when I had to do a lot of my business presentation stuff, like he was like my model. I've modeled myself after him. His presentation and how he just bring that fire, and like, man, I always wanted to meet that cat, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why Nintendo is not as fucked as everybody else, as far as like the wokeness and stuff like that, because they still have their Japanese president even in charge of the American branch. Oh, wait, damn, hold up, guys. So the fact that Gacha Games mainly is focused on it, that should be your series, right? So the Western entertainment industry is what caused the birth of Gacha Games. If there's anyone to blame them. I remember back in the day, you could buy a Japanese import with no American influence. Yeah, Devin Pitchford, that's her. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. Now she's been in Nintendo. She's been working for Nintendo for 20 years. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. So I'm not worried or whatever like that. She's been there that long and she earned her spot. She worked there that long. PlayStation's mistake was giving the power from Japan to the West. Then moving their headquarters to California was a mistake. Yeah, I heard they will be moving back to Japan or something like that. Because once Sony left Japan, Nintendo took over. I miss when Nintendo had personalities. The Reggie versus Iwata Smash trailer. Yep, it's still phenomenal. Yeah, Doug Bowser was more like the corporate guy. No, he seemed like a cool, chill, mellow dude, but he was like the corporate dude. He was the corporate face. He didn't bring that fire. He didn't bring that energy or personality like what Reggie Fils-Aimé did. And she won't make any regular, and she'll be a figurehead like Reggie, Doug Bowser. So there's no worry. Yep, no need to worry. Yeah, Iwata and Reggie did carry Nintendo. Yo, what's up, Samantha? What's up, Zimpound X? Reggie for Nintendo, Peter Moore for Xbox, and Tom Kalinske for Sega were the GOATs. Yeah, man. He said, I would recommend the DMC and Ninja Gaiden series. Good choices. Yeah, even though I don't play them, I will recommend them too. Well, I played a little bit of them, but they are good games. Yeah, man. That's why Nintendo didn't get hit hard with the woke with the woke hammer. Is because Japan, they like I said, you can say what you want about Nintendo, but Nintendo is very stubborn, and Nintendo has this thing. They have it's my way or the highway mentality. They're very old-fashioned Japanese. You know what I'm saying? They've been around over 100 years, Nintendo. So those guys, that's why they run things. They run their ship the way they run it. And it has been working for them. Yeah, they had some bumps on the roads, but now you're starting to see Microsoft and Nintendo all over the place. And Nintendo, despite the bump on the roads, they stuck to their guns and look where they're at. Yeah, I also recommend them Arkham series too. True, gotta respect Nintendo on that. Yeah. So yeah, you can hate them for how they treat fan releases, ROMs and emulators and stuff like that. You can hate them for that. But one thing you gotta give them credit for, man, they don't play around, bro. They don't play around. They control everything. They control everything. And that's why they didn't get affected like how Microsoft and Sony was affected by all this woke shit. So also the first Descendant creator has stated that sex appeal in game is art. Yes, it's art. Like the female anatomy is art in general. female anatomy is beautiful. Beauty, female beauty in itself. The female anatomy in itself is art. God crafted women to be beautiful and to be gazed upon by men. That's what bring men and women together to mate. God knew what he was doing when he designed women the way that he did. Is to get us to to reproduce like rabbits. Yeah, it is art. It's freedom of artistic expression, and we need this. We need to bring that back. In order to bring that back, we got to get like these. Like there has to be a major reset, and it's coming, and it's coming slowly but surely. Especially now, with the election, with Trump in office and stuff like that, we're going through a whole political shift as well, a societal shift as well. The pendulum's going to start swinging the other way, and more people is going to start being vocal about this shit, this woke shit, and all this other type of stuff. And more people's going to start calling, even though we've been calling it out for the longest, more and more people's going to be fighting against it. And a lot of companies are going to start firing people more and more. That's going to keep losing them money. Because, we saw the perfect example with the whole Charlie Kirk assassination, where we had some people that worked on the Ghost of Yote, they got fired, and other people and stuff like that. It's not going to be popular to be woke anymore. It's not going to be popular. Virtual signaling is not going to be popular. As right now, you can see it right now. Being woke is not going to be popular. Virtual signaling is not going to be popular, and especially once we get into 2026. It's going to get even more. You're going to start seeing more firings and layoffs and stuff. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of studios that's going to start letting a lot of these activists go because it's going to cost them money. The more and more they go, because Final Fantasy 14, for a perfect example, Square Enix had hired this pink feminist white woman with the pink hair and shit, the Kool-Aid color pink hair. She always going on rants. And she was involved in that expansion pack. What's it called? Was it Dawn Trail? Which was the worst expansion pack in Final Fantasy 14. It bombed badly. And a lot of people was unsubscribing from the game. And she had a lot of input in that game too. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be long. I can see her getting fired at some point too. Because they ruining games. And they don't know how to shut the fuck up and just do their job. They want to get on there. They want to spew their political bullshit nonsense. And hey, let me tell you something. Even if you're anti-woke, I don't want to hear your politics either. I just want to make a fucking game. Just make a fucking game. I don't want to hear either politics. Do your job. Make your fucking game. Direct your fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Release your comic books. I don't care about either politics. Leave that shit out. Leave your personal politics out. I don't care about your politics. Just make a fucking game. Make a good fucking comic book. Make a great fucking movie. Just leave your politics out of it. Keep that shit on your personal time, on your personal private profiles and shit like that. Hopefully the pendulum will swing too. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want the pendulum to swing too. I want it to just swing back to center. It just needs to go back to center. I don't want that shit to go the other way because the other way is just as bad. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get back to center. That's what I want, where everybody has their opinions, has their beliefs, and we can agree to disagree, but still can enjoy gaming and enjoy entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Without fighting each other, trying to cancel each other, calling each other bigots and shit like that. More mainstream is calling out. Yeah, they're gonna have because let me tell you about the mainstream. The mainstream is full of cowards. And what I mean by that is the fact is that when they thought that the woke side was the winning side of history, they all jumped on that shit. People like me got shadow banned. People like me had to fight through all the bullshit and lost friends on social media for this stuff. And now when it's safe, or now when it looks like the pendulum about to swing the other way, now motherfuckers want to come out the woodworks and speak against this shit when it's safe to do that. And that's cowardice. None of y'all took any of the heat. None of y'all didn't lose friends and family members when we were calling out the bullshit and even calling out the lockdowns and all this other type of stuff, BLM and all this other nonsense that was going on, DEI. Nobody, like, now is popular now. Now it's starting to be safe for these people to come out to speak against it. And that's cowardice. Because that's a form of self-preservation. If you think if you want to go anywhere you think is where you have a short guarantee of survival, and those people you should never trust. Should never trust those people, because anytime things start to look rough, they will throw you under the bus and jump on the other team, especially if they think that team's going to win, or they think that's the winning side. Once mainstream doesn't like something, that's when you start to see the change. Facts. For the past 5 years, I've been playing exclusively Eastern games. Yep. Just make quality product first. Yo, what's up, Blaze? Sounds already. Yep. Sully's already got EA. Yeah. So, like I said, we're going to start seeing some changes. And I keep telling people, have to ask this question. Do you believe that Inada will be released before GTA 6? I think so. I think it's going to be released before GTA 6, Landon. Yeah, and I keep telling you guys, because you have some people say, man, the wokeness stuff went away. Look at this game that just released. And I keep telling you guys that you have to understand, a lot of these games has been in development already for years. You have to understand, culture moves faster than these games are developed. Culture moves faster than these movies are produced. So some of these games are late to the party. Some of these movies are late to the party by the time they release. So they can't backtrack and like make changes to the game because they're too far into development. The game is about to release, so they have to release the game the way it is. So sometimes it may seem like the wokeness is still here. No, it's not the fact that it's still here. It's the fact that these games have already been in development. We won't see true, like normalcy in gaming into the next 5 to maybe 10 years. It took 10 years for this shit to get the way it was. So it's going to take the next 5 to 10 years for it to revert back, you know what I'm saying, to something normal. So, like I said, now whatever new games that actually start development in 2026, this is where you will start seeing the changes. Right now, the games that you see, that's why these recent games are dying on arrival, or they're selling less, because it's already too late. It's too late. It's like they can't change these games. These games are late to the party. That's why Naughty Dog and Intergalactic, that game, man, they about to enter a rude awakening when that game released. He's taking over. I might call it blood money is real scary. Games take years to make, right? Plus, it's going to take time for games to change and go back where they originally were. Yup. You said, how do you feel about the movie Mortal Kombat 2? I haven't seen it. Do they have a new trailer or something? Critical Drinker been saying the same thing about Hollywood for the last 2 years. Yeah. Like it's going to take some time before you actually start seeing some changes and shit like that. It's not going to happen overnight, because a lot of this stuff it's too late. Stuff's already been in development, and they have to release it the way it is or cancel it. But then they lose money if they cancel it, so they have to write it off on their taxes, the tax write-off at that point. That's why they put it out to die. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we start to see gaming go back to the way it was. Because like I said, this generation of gaming was ass. Like the first half of PS4 was like fun, but when we started getting to the later half, that's when the wokeness, DEI stuff really started ramping up. And then once we got to the PS5, we was here. We were here, like as far as wokeness and all this shit is concerned. Like we were here. We were officially here, and it just made gaming even worse. On top of bloated game development, bloated budgets and stuff like that. It was just the worst. Live game services and everything. It was just the worst. The freaking worst. Yep. All right. So I also want to make an announcement for you guys where I wanted to talk about with Venus Orion Comics. Let me bring this up. Oh, yeah. So this is what we want to talk about. I wanted to make an announcement that, let me bring this up for you guys. Right here. Chapter covers B, C, and D is now available. This is the last remaining stock that I have from the Kickstarter that was in inventory that's left over. It's now available on my website. You can now get cover B, you can get cover C and cover D. They're very limited. I left enough. I split the stock up. So I have, as far as cover B, there's 10 cover Bs that's available, but I split them. There's 5 that will be for that I will be selling at conventions, and there's 5 at the store. So I will post a link to the shop right now. If you're interested, you have now the opportunity to pick up the other covers. Post it in the link. And for cover C, there's 6. I have 6 of them, but like I said, I split them up. There's 3. That means I'll be selling 3 of them at the convention, and then the remaining 3s at the store. So cover C at the store, there's only 3 left at the store. There's only 3 cover C's left at the store. So if you wanted to pick up a cover C, there's 3 left. So once they sell out, that's it. These are limited print. This is my remaining stock that I had left in inventory from the Kickstarter. So if you want cover C, there's 3 left at the store right now. So you have a chance to go pick that up. There's only 5 left for cover B. There's only 5 left at the store. So you can go pick that up at the store right now, and if you want to. There's 5 left. Once the 5 run out, that's it. These are not getting printed up anymore. And then cover D, there was 11 of them. There was 11 of them. There was 11 of them. Well, there was 12 of them, but I sold one at the convention. So I have 5 at the convention, and there's 6 left at the store. 6 left. This is the manga cover that a lot of you guys that really sold the most that sold the most during the pre-order campaign. And just a reminder, is a full spread that I put clues that foreshadow events in the book, and sometimes they foreshadow future events. So yes, cover D, there's only 6 left at my website store. So if you're interested, you can go right now and pick up cover D right now. Cover D. So as I said before, cover B, there's 5 left at the store. I repeat, 5 left at the store of cover B. There's 3 left of the monochrome blue cover C. There's 3 left at the store. So go pick them up if you're interested. And as I said, 6. There's 6 left of this cover D, my manga cover. My manga foreshadow cover. So if you're interested, you can go pick that up right now. So there you go. Let me let's see. Let me close that. So let me bring up the tab, share screen. There we go. All right. So yeah. Also, the website has been updated. It was updated yesterday. If you're on the newsletter, I did send out a newsletter yesterday. I always send out a letter the first of every month. I always do that. I always send a letter out. So the letter has okay. So one of you guys had bought one, and that was so somebody got cover C, I believe, because that's 20. Yeah, I believe it's. Let me see. I'm gonna check. I'll check in a second when I get it. Yeah. So that's 20. So somebody probably got cover B probably because after the shipping and stuff. Yeah. So as I said before, I send out a newsletter the first of every month. And if there's something else that comes up during the month that I want to inform you guys, I send out another newsletter. So if you guys got the newsletter, I sent out the download link to the Dropbox so you guys can get the wallpapers that I put up. There's a Siona wallpaper you can get. There's also some other cool wallpapers with Hezekiah Draven, Nolan Brett, and everything. So, and you can be able to get my mascots. I got a wallpaper of Zion and Bethia. So you can go grab those. You can go grab those right now. You can go grab those right now if you're interested. If you got the newsletter, go check that out. Go get that. And for those of you guys who just joined the newsletter, I'll send out another one in the middle of the month. So you guys can be able to get access to the to the wallpapers and stuff. So make sure you go check that out. So yes, I updated the site. There's a new Paragon. Wait, hold up, guys. Nice. All right, cool. You guys are buying them. You guys are picking up the covers. So yeah, I'll be packing up the covers tonight, and then I'll be shipping them out tomorrow. So you'll be getting the notification that your books will be shipped out tomorrow. Because what happens is, the moment I make a label, with your address and stuff on it, the system will automatically say, hey, it's been shipped out. So if I'm not shipping out, I can't ship out anything in the night anyway. So I won't make the label yet. Because once I make the label, that's when you get the notification that it's being shipped. So right now, I'll box your books up tonight. Tomorrow morning, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll make the labels. Once the labels are made, you'll get the notification that it's going to be shipped out. So yeah, so I'll box them tonight. Make the labels in the morning and have them shipped out. Go to the post office or go wherever one, UPS or USPS, wherever the ones that Pirate Ships has for me to label your boxes in and stuff like that. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I know a lot of you guys were trying to get a hold and really said, damn, man, I really wish I got this cover, got both covers. Some of you guys wanted to get more than one cover, but you guys were like, man, I don't know which one, or I'll just go with this one. Damn, I should just grab another cover. So I'm glad to see that you guys are picking them up and everything. But yes, these are limited. Once these are gone, these are gone. And I already, and my last portion is only for me to sell at conventions. So if you happen to find me at a convention, you get them at a $5 off price in person. If you meet me in person, those are $5. They're $5 cheaper or whatever like that. Nice, another order. There we go. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all go grab those. Yeah, got them. Awesome. Yeah, so yes. So now we have uploaded. We have a new Paragon added to the roster that we're gonna go check out. But before we check it out, we're gonna go to the shop. We're gonna go to the shop so you guys can see. Here we go. Cover B, cover C, cover D. And I'll post a link to the shop itself for those who just, again, just in case. So yes, so right there's cover B. It shows the full spread of cover B, so you guys can see it, the face portrait series. And like I said, this will be the series for VK, the face portrait. So Hezekiah Draven was the first portrait. I'm not sure who's going to be on chapter 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be Keo. I'm not sure if it's going to be Strike. I'm not sure if it's going to be Detective Bertelli. I'm not sure if it's going to be Varion. I don't know who it's going to be. But by the time we get through all this, there's going to be so many. Y'all be able to collect so many portraits. You're going to have so many portraits of characters for these covers, which is going to be awesome. I'm not sure. I may even do dual portraits, meaning that for chapter 2, I may do 2 character portraits. So there will be like 2 versions of cover B. You can get like a cover. You can get either one character or the other character. So there will be an alternate version of cover B. So you can be able to choose what face portrait one that you want. Because there's so many characters. There's so many fucking characters. So we'll see how they we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yes, this is the full spread of how cover B looks. And everything. And then of course the monochrome blue. Everybody love this one. The cover C. Everybody love this one. So yes, Hezekiah Draven on this one. The Vengeful Night Hunter, Hezekiah Draven, aka Young Wrath. So yes, this is the full spread, how it looks when you open up the book. And you have the back of Hezekiah Draven. I really love what Jessica did with this art, like with this. I did not expect her to do that. That's what I call attention to detail, where she has the back of Hezekiah Draven. So yes, she's phenomenal when it comes to that. And this color scheme was her idea. And I had faith in my artist that much. And I said, all right, you can do whatever whatever idea you have for cover C, go for it. Go for it, woman. Just do it. So that's what she did. And then of course, cover D. Here's cover D. Go to the website, purchase B, and see immediately. Was the adrenaline? I said I was the adrenaline or the flash. Well, you was the adrenaline. Let's just say that. But yes, here's cover D. Like I said, this is my manga cover, or I call it the foreshadow cover because it foreshadows. I won't spoil the clue that's in here. It's like it's so obvious, the clue, but I love the fact is that it was so much in front of your face that y'all did not see it. It took for you guys to read the book and then go back and start looking, and then y'all spotted it. So I won't spoil it for those now, since you guys are now have a chance to get this cover. I won't spoil what that tease is, but yes, it does spoil it. Like if you was to see it first and then you read the book and say, okay, now I see, it makes sense now. And of course, I always got to show my store exclusive cover. This is my store variant cover. I always show this cover. This is another special cover. It's only exclusive to the store. You can only get it from my store. You can't get it anywhere else. You can't even get it at conventions. And that's right. There will be a convention cover that's exclusive to the convention itself. So if you see me at the convention, you'll be able to get that cover when that happens. And Patreon is going to have a cover as well. And I didn't know that. I'm just learning about cover collectors because somebody had bought the entire stock at one time, had bought all 25 that was in my inventory at the time of this store cover. Somebody had bought 25, all 25. They wiped my inventory out. So this is someone who buys, who collects covers. He said, I call covers A, B, C, and D as the Young Wrath, Nightshade, Blue Exorcist, and Blue. He said the Blue Folk Blues, and the Folk Blues, respectively. Does Jessica charge you more for colors? Well, she's bundled in one price. She does my lettering, she does my coloring, and she does my roughs, and she does my line art. So that's why it's expensive. That's why it's expensive to because she's one person. She does everything. She's a one-person team. Because if to be honest with you guys, it's like how it's mostly done most of the time for books. You have a person that does you hire somebody that does only roughs, you hire somebody that only does the line art, and then you have somebody who only does the coloring, and then you have somebody who only does the lettering. So you hire 4 people. Those 4 people would sometimes equal the amount that I pay Jessica. depending on who those people are and how good they are in their craft. I also want to do just black and white because they ran out of money for colors, and it looked pretty good because it was a flashback scene, so it didn't need colors. I'm talking about Dr. Alpha. Though your story is a lot less boring. Yeah, so yeah, some people ask if I would ever do black and white. I mean, if you guys are interested in black and white, I would do something like that. And that would be like a special, that would only be a special cover where that cover is only black and white. If that's something that y'all guys will want me to do, if you want to collect the black and white version of it. Yeah, she does it all. She's a one-stop shop. The plan is the plan what I want to do with Venus Orion Comics, because she can't do it all. Once we start getting to other comic book series, I will have to hire more artists, and those artists would have to be on her skill level or better than her, and she will be my lead artist. Dr. Alpha is another indie comic from another YouTuber. You had to send me a link. I never heard of Dr. Alpha. Never heard of Dr. Alpha. Yeah, so my goal is to have a team of artists, and she's going to be my lead because she was the first artist that gave me a shot. She, like, Jessica believes in what I'm doing, and that's why like we've been working together for 5 years. She truly believes in what I'm doing. And because she's like, man, you're the only artist or the only indie comic person or comic person that I've ever met that literally has a phase or have maps, like a map of where you want to take your series, and you're so passionate, you know so much about it. So she believes in this or whatever like that. So that's why she's going to be my lead artist. So when I do get more artists, she's going to be in charge. She's going to be delegating certain things and stuff like that. And remember, she's also she's also an animator, and she also does 3D design and stuff. So when she built Neodelphia, she actually had a team to help with that, because she was drawing chapter 1 of VK. She was doing prep work for VK chapter 1, and she couldn't like try to do also build Neodelphia at the same time. So what she did was when I paid her, she used that, and she divvied the money out to pay those people. These are her friends from the Philippines that does 3D design. So they worked on all of them worked on Neodelphia or whatever like that. And she worked on a bit of Neodelphia, but she more so focused on chapter 1 or whatever like that. So I want a team. You said the crap Mugen Lord, I just need to abort 2 cover Cs. I need my money back on one of them. Yeah, sure. Give me a second. I got you. Give me a second, bro. I got you right now. Let's see. Let me go. I got you. All right, let me go to sales. All right. And you said I want to make sure. Crap, I think we bought 2 cover Cs. Okay, I got you. All right. You sure it's 2 cover Cs? Let me see. Let me make sure it's right. Okay, you bought 2 cover Cs. All right, more actions. All right, I'm sending. You should be getting the email soon. Hold up. All right. This one was canceled. I got you. All right, cool. So yeah, so so I want to make sure. So you got your cover, C, and you got your cover. You got your cover B. Okay, cover B. Cool, cool, cool. All right, yeah. So see if you got an email. I know I sent. I canceled it. It popped up canceled on your thing. Once you do hire more artists, you have to have a uniform look. That way, they know it's Venus Orion comic, not generic comic insert. No, you're right. I've checked my email. The artist can still make the character stylized, but it still has to look like Venus Orion, like brand recognition. Brian. Yeah. No, I got you. 3D backgrounds. It will be super useful because other artists can use it as a reference, and you can put it in your game. Yeah, I didn't think about that too. I did not think about that. You're right, Talcum. I said I purchased 2 cover C's. The first cover. Oh, it said I purchased 2 cover C's. The first cover C purchased the website crashed. It crashed. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I almost finished my animation. Okay, Kuma. Thanks, brother. No problem, bro. No problem. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad that we did it right here, right now, while I'm on stream and stuff like that. Mugen is about to be like Brian Polito, the creator of Lady Death, and start a whole studio once. That's the plan. I want to start a whole studio. I told my artist Jessica, I said, Venus Orion Comics is going to get big. It will. And when it become big, I'll say, woman, we can't do this long distance. Your ass want to come here at some point. I have to bring your ass here. So the whole thing, my whole goal is, because like I said, my dad's in the real estate. My dad's getting me into real estate. My goal is to get a 3-story house or 3-story building, and have the bottom floor be my Venus Orion Comics, be the Venus Orion Comics office and everything, where I have my meetings, do my videos and content and stuff. I would love the second floor. My second floor, I would have my artists on the second floor, like all my artists. And the thing is, they don't have to pay rent. The only thing they're paying for is utilities. That's the only thing they have to worry about. I don't want them worrying about rent. And then I would have tenants on the third floor, and they will pay the rent and the expenses and stuff, and the utilities and stuff will come from that. And that would help. That would finance everything and stuff like that. So that's the plan that I would love to do. Have Jessica Ass come down here, and whatever other artists I'll end up getting, they will all live on one floor, and they don't have to worry about. Never have to worry about rent. All they have to worry about is just paying expenses. They're paying their utility. That's all they have to worry about paying is utility, no rent or whatever like that. And now y'all can work. You'll work for me. You'll work for me. And of course, if you have commissions and stuff like that, of course, you should have extra, money that you making on the side and stuff. But that's my goal. Now, he said I still need to go get a review on cover C, but I don't know how Twitter video works. What do you mean? Like Twitter video? All you do is make a video and just upload the video. Just like how you would upload. Well, Twitter, you can't upload a full. Let me see. I think you can only do up to 2 minutes or 3 minutes on Twitter if you don't have a blue check mark. Well, a blue check mark, I can upload a long video. So if you're trying to do like a review on Twitter, a video review on Twitter and stuff, it can't. You're limited to how long the video can be and how large the video size is. Then they got bigger. I've seen the message. All green. Cool. Good. Yep. Work is the rent. Yeah, exactly. Work is the rent. That's a damn good plan. It's like a streamer house or something. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I want to do. And the thing is, I can afford to do that. This is something that my dad was suggesting that I do that too. Like I said, my dad, he's a carpenter, he's a contractor. My dad owns like 4 houses and stuff like that. So my dad's into real estate, but that's what my dad suggested that I do and stuff like that. Dad said, son, don't even worry about it, man. Put their asses in there, and all they have to do is pay utility. The rent, like you said, the rent is their work. The work is their rent. You know what I'm saying? And they work for me and stuff like that. And of course, they have side, you know, they want to do commissions for other people and stuff. But my stuff comes first. It's always priority. But if you got little side things that you're doing, go ahead, knock yourself out to make extra money and stuff. Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Don't shit all over the house and keep the house clean. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. And I told Jessica that yes, at some point when we do big conventions, I would love to have her fly to come I'll pay her flight ticket and everything, come down here. She is the highlight. Like, she's responsible for my characters and everything and stuff like that. So I would love people to go to meet her and people ask her questions and stuff like that. So yes, Jessica, that's the plan. I said, woman, like, your ass want to be, I want to bring your ass down here at some point when this thing does blow up, because I do have faith that Venus Orion Comics will blow up. It's going to be a journey. This shit costs money, but I have that much faith. And like any of you guys is trying to create something, you got the faith that I have. You got to have the same faith for your shit too. You got to have faith in it. He said, oppose it on my alternate account. I think I want to save this account for reactionary stuff. Okay. Yep. So yeah, I appreciate Landon coming through, getting the covers. So yeah, like once those covers is out, it's out. They're going. All right. So back to the site again, real quick. Yes. So we got a new Paragon uploaded to the website. For those of you guys who don't know, my characters are known as Paragons of Fate. They're known as Paragons of Fate. So, as I said before, it just won't be heroes. It's going to be villains. I'll be adding to this. There will also just be supporting characters. There will also be NPCs added to this list. So it's going to be ever growing. And it's always going to expand. But yes, we did get a new Paragon, but we also have something else new on this site. You see this green square right here? It says update. What does that mean? Well, I updated Siona's profile and changed into her new picture right here. Her new standing pose and portrait right here now. So yes, there will be updates to existing paragons on the Paragons page. So you will see that too when there's an update. So when there's an update, always go change, because there will be some tweaks to the backstories or to the profiles itself. Some things that may need to change and stuff. So you can always check that out. Always check that out. So yes, she was updated. So you can go check out Siona once again. And it says, oh yeah, will you sell X-rated Venus Orion comic art books? Like Brian. Oh yeah, there will be some X-rated stuff, art books and stuff, and fan service stuff. There will be a fan service tier. On the Patreon, but the X-rated stuff, yes, I will leave that for an art book. I will definitely leave that for an art book for those who really want to collect something like that. I will have that. I think that will be fun. Because Jessica does draw hentai. Like, she showed me, like, you draw hentai too. Said, yeah, I just got into it because an artist wanted to pay me to do it. So she did like a foot job, and I think like a tit job one or whatever like that. But yeah, she does do X-rated stuff. So that's actually a good idea. An X-rated art book. I haven't thought of that. Thanks for bringing that up, actually, Raku. Yes, I think if people want to collect something like that, have like an X-rated art book, I think that will be awesome. I think I'll do something. I'll do something like that for those who want to collect it and everything, or we'll mainly keep it PG-13 like Marvel and DC. Yeah, I would like to do the X-rated one, but that's like really, and that will be a Kickstarter. That will be a Kickstarter. That and I probably would not sell that. I would most likely not sell it on my website. That would be like a campaign thing. And once the campaign is done, you can't get that once I do if I do a part 2, a volume 2, then you'll have a chance to go get volume 1 again, because I'll offer it again during the volume 2 campaign. But yeah, those won't be on my website. I won't put those on my website. They won't even be on Patreon. that will only be a Kickstarter thing or Indiegogo. They will only be like a crowdfunding thing or whatever like that. Like that's the only way I would do something like that. Like and do it in the form of an art book. And you know, I'll probably do like a hardback version of it and stuff like that too. And it says, brother, the moment you announced that covers BNC were available, that website store, I was the first to make those purchases. Yeah, and you said it crashed. Call me the Vok Panther. Adult work isn't really my thing personally. Yeah. Like, I mean, adult stuff's not really my thing, but man, it's that shit. That shit makes a lot of fucking money. You know what I'm saying? That shit makes a lot of fucking money. It gets frustrating. It does. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. Like because it became a strategy for crowdfunding where you would have an indie comic person who would sell like a nude version, a nude cover, or they would sell more of a Gooner cover and stuff like that. And when they put that on their Kickstarter, they end up meet their goal overnight because everybody buys the Gooner one, or they'll buy the Gooner one and then buy the non-Gooner one. But the fact is that the Gooner was the one that got everybody to buy. So it does get frustrating. I think that's another thing with the whole anti-woke movement. Like we did get to the point to where, in my personal opinion, where yeah, like people want attractive characters, but man, it's starting to be obvious that there's a lot of motherfuckers that just want to beat off, that just want to jerk off to this shit. It is. I'm starting to see it more and more where, like, even in some spaces where nobody won't respond to none of my male characters or none of the design to my characters, but they will only respond to the female characters, and they will only comment on their physical attributes, like, but they won't give feedback to the other characters. They only give feedback to the female characters. So it can get frustrating, and I see a lot of indie people. They're playing the game. They're playing the game. Like, niggas out here are thirsty. So now what they do is like they always have like an X-rated cover for a lot of their stuff because they know that people's coming for that shit. Fate used to be a hentai series before it became full. I never knew that, but no, I heard about that, but I wasn't sure if that was true. Ninja Action, I mean, it's a hentai series, but they became a full on mobile game that people actually play Ninja Action there. If it works, it works. Yeah, I learned it works. You know, that's the thing. Sex does sell. It does. But you know, me as a creator, sometimes I get like I get a little frustrated. It's like, damn, like no one don't comment, you know, or I'm not getting feedback on things I want feedback on. But you post up the hot shit. That's when you get feedback everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, but that's what a lot of indie comic people are doing now. They're selling like Gooner covers or Gooner art to help boost their backing. Yeah, and it's a strategy now. It's a strategy. Said I'm thinking of doing a magazine for my products featuring my characters. I want to feature other artists too, kind of like what Udon does with Street Fighter. Yeah, well, Jessica was also suggesting if I do like for chapter 2 of VK, like a thank you type of thing that they do in mangas where you have other artists would draw their version of the character, like their art style, and they had like thank you or like congratulations and stuff like that. She was suggesting that I do something like that, get a bunch of different artists, and then in the back of the book you'll have different art styles from different artists of whatever character, you know, that's from that chapter or whatever like that from the series or whatever. So another game series I recommend, Shinobi. The latest game is lit. Yeah, I definitely got to play that. I've been reading Hell Witch. Yeah, you've been talking about that. Akira Toriyama used to be known as a guy who just made funny poopy jokes. And now we know him for Dragon Ball. Yeah. So it's quite the shift. But yes, so the newest paragon that we have here is the Solarian princess herself, Adex Solaris, or the Earthlings, the people of Earth call her Miss Solaris. So her name is Adex Solaris, age 25. Her height is 5'7". Her class is an Outworlder. And as I told you before, Outworlders are any person or any being whose native planet isn't Earth. They don't come from Earth, but they live on Earth, or they traveled to Earth and made Earth their home, pretty much. So yeah, she's an Outworlder because she's from planet Solaris. That's where she's from. So she lives on Earth. So that's what makes her an Outworlder. Her skills, she has flight, photon enhanced combat, celestial resonance, photon infusion, and enhanced durability. And she has other skills and stuff, but this is like the base stuff to give you an understanding of this character. Abilities: wave fission beam, aura surge, Solaris strike, vitality pulse, and then spectral cloak. So it said, don't worry about, it's like Taco says, don't worry about imposter syndrome until you make it. You need to get your foot in the door first, and then once you're seen, you can make yourself known as a certain artist. Oh, awesome. Yeah, got you, man. Got you. Her wave signature is Nullum. As I told you before, my what do they call it? My balancing system or whatever is the wave signature system. So you have Essentia, Nullum, and then you have Varus. So it's like the triangle trinity system that I have for my balance scaling and stuff like that. So she has Nullum. Her conscious level is gifted. Yeah, she's a gifted individual, so that she can tap into herself, tap into her wave essence or whatever. So so she can perform wave arts and many other things as well. So give you a synopsis of who she is. Adex Solaris is the daughter of two royal bloodlines. She's half Solarian and she's half Valorian. Born as a symbol of unity between the two empires, once locked in rivalry. Raised under the weight of royal expectations, she longed for freedom beyond palace walls and the politics of her heritage. That freedom came in an unexpected way when a catastrophic wave frequency incident sent her through a wormhole, crash landing her on Earth as a teenager. Separated from her family and homeworld, Adex learned to adapt to her new environment, growing close to Earth's culture and ideas. While she carries the strength and legacy of her celestial lineage, Earth itself awakened new aspects of her power. As she embraced her role as a protector, she became more than just a princess from another world. She became a symbol of hope, resilience, and unity between worlds. When Adex first made her mark as a protector, both the people of the Freedom States and the government sought to understand who she was. To build trust, she openly revealed her origin, explaining that she was an Outworlder who came from planet Solaris. From then on, citizens in the media began calling her Miss Solaris, a name that acknowledged her heritage while also giving her an identity rooted in respect and recognition here on Earth. Hey, Katie, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? I was got finished telling everybody that I updated my website. I just added Miss Solaris. Her name is Adex Solaris, Princess Adex herself. And I also wanted everybody to know that my covers that I had left over from my Kickstarter, covers B, C, and D, is now available. That's left over. Once they run out of stock, that's it. So if you know anybody else that may be interested and wanting to snag a copy of my variant covers, they can definitely do that. I'll post the link again right here. So yes, covers B, C, and D is available. My boy Landon already grabbed those, or already grabbed a couple covers, which is awesome. I appreciate that. But yeah, so right now I'm going over the website. I'm going over the website right now. I'm going over the Paragons. I added a new Paragon to the website. But yes, so we have Miss Solaris. She's been added to the roster, and I can't wait to actually get into the nitty gritty of this character. And this character, so like Superman, is that what she has a spit curl? So I went, how can I say it? I would say she's more like I would say she's more like a Captain Marvel. Like as far as her power, she has like a cosmic abilities and stuff like that. She don't really get energy from the sun or anything like that. But there's an incident you'll find out in Lazarus, the protector of the outer realm. You'll find out in his book how she gets to planet Earth. Something transpires that sends her and Lazarus to planet Earth or whatever. But she gets to planet Earth before he does, and that's going to be explained. So I can't spoil that, but I wouldn't say she's like a Superman because she's not like she's not like broken or super strong. Like the Valorian, Adam Bryce, he's like more like my Superman or my Superboy, more than her. She's more like on the cosmic side, more like the Captain Marvel, I would say, or something like that. The reason why she's wearing the red, white, and blue is because once she got to the Freedom States, when she fell and crash landed on Earth in the Freedom State, and she didn't crash land in a pod. She didn't come in a pod. No, her body was flung, and she in the impact, and when she crashed, she created a crater. So yeah, she's wearing red, white, and blues because she's fascinated in American culture, or when she saw a museum that showed what America used to be like. Because remember, there's two different Americas in my universe. Remember, I told you the Freedom States of America and the Guardian States of America, where the America had split. So, her looking at the history of what America was, and even the American flag, everything that America stood for, she resonated with it. And her suit is made of nanotechnology. Her suit can, and depending on how much damage she take, and when she gets hurt and stuff, that also affects her suit and stuff like that. Sometimes it'll be half broken, like ripped in a sense and stuff like that. It takes a time for the nanos to recreate the suit again and stuff like that. But yeah, so she ended up adopting those colors, and that also makes more people like of Earth more comfortable of her and stuff. But I won't spoil too much because I like Adex as a character, and I can't wait to tell her story. This is one of my dad's creations. Like I told you before, I inducted my dad's characters and his rogue gallery of heroes and villains into my universe. So Princess Adex and Lazarus, the main character Lazarus, which I did a sneak peek of him a long time ago. Even you see the logo at the bottom too, in the bottom right. That's the logo for the comic. The Protector of Outer Realm, Lazarus. Lazarus is the main character, and she's the supporting character, but she's also a member of my Justice League type team or my Avengers team called the Valiant Ascenders. So she's a very important character. She's she's very essential to Lazarus comic book series and stuff like that. I may even give her a spinoff or something like that. But yeah, she's the female supporting character in Lazarus book or whatever. And it's funny that I showed her off first before I showed off Lazarus. So Lazarus will be coming soon as a paragon on the site as well. But yes, this is one of my dad's characters, and I can't wait to show off. She's a phase 2 character, Lazarus and Adex. You won't be seeing a book of them until phase 2, and they're actually the first comic book series to kick off phase 2, which I told you before. Phase 2 is more of my cosmic. We're gonna start going to different planets, outer space. Even though Lazarus and Adex will be on planet Earth, their first chapter is going to start off on their planet in outer space. So you get a chance to know about their planet, know about their culture, their religion, and about the outer realm, which I can't wait to talk about when we get closer and closer, and stuff like that. And you don't understand, like the cosmic side plays a whole lot into this, a whole lot into my universe. Was her suit created by Johnny's company, or is her family's company? No, this Solaris suit. This suit is from her people. This is Solarian. This is Solarian technology that she has. Solarian technology. Solarian. Yep. Solarian. This is Solarian technology. It's not made by Neo Industries or anything. It's Solarian technology. Very advanced. And then her hair is going to be a bitch to do in 3D. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because she's biracial. She half Solarian and half Valorian. Because Solarians are black skinned. So I mean, I guess black. They're black. Solarians are black. Valorians are mostly white. But you have some black. You have some white, and I won't spoil it. But there are some white Solarians and there are some black Valorians. But mostly, and you'll understand. I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't wait, dog. Like I had the most excitement putting together the Valorians, the Solarians, their whole backstory. Because, like I said, outer space is the most important. The space, like the cosmic, is so important to my universe. It goes on a much deeper level. But I won't spoil it. But I would say this. Yes, there are black Valorians, and but they're very rare. There are white Solarians. There are also white Solarians too, but they are very mostly Solarians are black and Valorians are white. And it represents unity between the two. And there's a reason why the Solarians and the Valorians don't get along. It's a very important reason why they don't get along, and I can't wait for you guys to find out because it's very essential to my universe. Like very essential. So I can't wait till we get to the cosmic stuff because we will start. The universe is going to open up so much. It's going to be so much bigger that you don't understand. Like I created the outer realm. I created the quadrants and everything of my universe. I literally have a map of my universe. That's why when I can't wait to release my Venus Orion collectors Bible. When I can't wait when I do that. So I'll be releasing in that book, in that hardback book. You're gonna get the map of the universe. You're gonna get all that stuff, and you're gonna get a comprehensive timeline of everything. So when you get around to animation, how will the animation be stylized? I don't know. I mean, I want to go for anime style. That's what I'm going for. I want it to be as close to this as possible. I would love this style. I would love the animation or love the characters look as close to this as possible. Won't be 100% to it, but at least close enough and stuff like that. Like this type of style, like because this style is kind of like anime, but also it's like a marriage between Western and anime. Like this style that I have. That's why I chose Jessica, because there were so many other artists that were so damn good, but they were also trying to mimic like existing artists in the Japanese artist space, like Toriyama and stuff like that. And I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? So Jessica stood out the most is because it wasn't mimicking like anybody per se. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like anime, but at the same time, it also has that Western feel to it as well. You know what I'm saying? That's something I want to go for. What's up, Vernon? But yes, so Princess Adex, the Valorians, and like I said, when we get to phase 2, and everything, there's so much to unravel, to unpack, that I hope you guys will be in for the long haul, because that's where you start to see where my brain is at, and what I'm thinking, and what I'm trying what I'm trying to say when it comes to my universe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't understand how much like me as a creator I'm frustrated that I can't get to this shit fast enough. Like it's frustrating because this stuff costs money. This stuff costs a lot of money, and I can't release this stuff. I can't release this stuff fast enough for you guys to see what I'm trying to say here. Because I'm speaking to you guys. Like all this stuff, I'm speaking to you guys. But it's like you won't understand what I'm trying to say just yet, because it takes time. And that's why I can't wait till we get to the cosmic stuff. Now, this is Lazarus right here. He's a Solarian, like the suit that he wears also nanotechnology, and he's a Solarian. He's a Sentinel. He's a Solarian Sentinel. They're like knights, or they're like top echelon soldiers for the Solarian army. I won't go into any other details because, like I said, like I don't want to spoil all that before his actual book come out. But I can't wait till we get to the history of the Solarians. I can't wait till we get to that. I really can't wait. So yeah, so we have on the left we have Lazarus, and then we have Princess Adex. So with the VK animation, what will be the music genre? I foresee hard rock, hip hop. Yeah, there will be some hard rock. There will be some rock, and VK will have some rock music. It will also have some rap. It will have some rap in it, and it will also sprinkle in some lo-fi in there. Yep. So that's what VK soundtrack will be mostly consist of and everything. And then of course this young man right here, he's a Valorian. His name is Adam Bryce. He's pretty much like my Superman or my Superboy. But he's not just Superman, like just generic, super strong and stuff. Valorians got a lot to them. So he's not just as like super strong laser beams out of his eyes. No. Cold breath. No, he don't even have cold breath or anything like that. But you'll see what he's capable of doing. So he don't just have flight and strength. And he also has a weakness. He's not, especially at the beginning, he is not super OP. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll see how he develops, as he gets stronger and finds and dig deep down into his Valorian heritage and stuff like that. He said, "What can I do to be a background voice actor?" I'll say watermelon all day. Like I said, when I do casting auditions, you don't have to be a professional voice actor. If you got the voice and you can do pretty good, that's all that matters. All access you have is a good mic and whatever software that you use to record your voice. It has to just be clear. I just need a clear audio quality. I'm not looking for I'm looking for it doesn't matter if you're professional or amateur or just a regular nobody from off the street. If you have a great voice and you do a good job and I think it fits, then I'll hire you to do the voice. I hire you to do the voice and stuff. So and then you have Mighty Girl, Julie Patterson. Julie Patterson, she's from a neighboring planet that's stuck in between Solaris and Valora. The two, like I said, Valorians and the Solarians are at war or rivaled against one another, and their planet was caught in the middle of that. But I can't spoil it because Julie, she don't like Valorians. She hate them. She can't stand them. She can't stand them. And that's what's going to cause a problem when she finally lay eyes on Adam Bryce. And like I said, Adam Bryce don't know much about his Valorian heritage because an invasion happened on planet Valora, and the king of the Valorians and the queen had to send his older brother and older sister and him, and he was only a newborn at the time. Send them off. They're supposed to go to another one of those secure planets that the Valorians have, just in case there was ever an emergency or anything like that. Only the High Council knows where this secure planet is at. And that's where the royal bloodline goes in case of an invasion or anything like that. And what happened was the three of them got the brother, his older brother, his older sister, and them was sent off in pods. And on their way to that secure planet, they got attacked. And that's what separated them. And that's how he got caught. His pod got caught into a black hole or whatever, and it sent him to Earth. So it's kind of like Superman in a way, or whatever. And that's when the Bryce family had found him. The father, Matthew Bryce, he's a firefighter, and also he has a brother. And the Bryce family already has a son, so he has an older brother, a human brother, and stuff. It's so much I can't wait to tell with this story. But this is also during the time where the government is trying to register these Outworlders, because the Outworlders have been popping up left and right. So they've been hiding Adam Bryce, trying to tell him, to try to conceal his powers. Same thing that happened to Julie Patterson. she had to try to conceal her powers for a long time, so the government, the Freedom State government or the Guardian State government or whatever government, wherever they landed at, won't find them and stuff and get a hold of them and everything. But yeah, I won't spoil what causes him to come out of hiding and stuff, but an incident does happen which caused him to come out of hiding and to go save people. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be epic how it happens. And yeah. And when he does become, like, he takes on the role as the Valorian and stuff, the government wants him. They want him. Like dude, like he's dangerous, you know, like we can't control him. He's doing whatever he wants and stuff like that, but he's protecting people. But what ends up happening is you have the Divergent Alliance, which Julie Patterson ends up becoming a member of, because when Julie Patterson at the age of 15, when her powers, when she had to save her classmates or whatever like that from this other Centauri. Centauris are my metahumans because DC owns the metahuman name, I think. So I got Centauri. So when a Centauri has showed up at 15, she was fighting a Centauri at the age of 15 to protect her classmates. And I mean, she fucked him up bad at the age of 15 because her name, that's why she takes on the name eventually Mighty Girl. But anyway, the Freedom State government ends up finding out about her, and they approached the Patterson family and they wanted to take her. But what they said was they came up with a program where they're going to have a group of divergents. You know, it's a mixed group, a diverse group of, you have outworlders, aberrants, you know, Centauris and stuff like that, all in one group, and they work underneath the government to fight against, you know, other outworlders and other, you know, special power beings and stuff. So she was the first to be inducted in this program at the age of 15. That means he was going to train her. And they said to her, we can take your daughter by force, but they didn't want to do that. They told the family that, yo, we will give y'all full protection if anything was to happen to y'all, if you give your daughter to us and stuff. And she will actually become an official citizen, because she's not really, outwarders are not citizens. They don't have citizenship. They're, like I said, they're off-planet immigrants. So she will actually get like actual citizenship if she agrees to go with them. And they told the family they can visit her, whenever it's possible and stuff. So they let her go. And the Freedom State government put her in the program, and that's where she learned how her powers even more. And then she became part of the Divergent Alliance, which is made up of her and 5 other members, which I can't wait to reveal those when we get down to it and stuff. But yes, she will meet the Valorian. She will meet the Valorian, and it's going to be crazy when she meet him. As I said a while back, if you're looking for voice actors, check out the studio. Studio Still. They have a studio. Yeah, a matter of fact, I'm going to check that out tonight, because Jessica also gave me a Discord for voice actors. That's how I got the voice for Nolan Brett. I think that's how I got Nolan Brett. Yeah, that's how I got Nolan Brett. I got Nolan Brett from that Discord. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'll definitely check that out. So yeah, we definitely I can't wait to get into the whole thing with the whole outer space cosmic side of my universe. That's where we playing with the big boys when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So let me bring that back. Studio, let me add this real quick. And as I told you before, once Madame Cosmos, once we get to her book, that's when shit gets real. This is when the hat comes off. Once her book comes out. This is where everything opens. This is where you understand, this is where the building blocks, this is where everything reveals, this is where a lot of things reveals itself when Madame Cosmos hits the scene, when her book drops. And it's gonna be a while because there's so many things I have to tell. There's so many other stories. There's so many other like arcs and stuff that needs to be told first before we get into her book. There's other things you need to know first before we get into Madame Cosmos. And she's powerful. Madame Cosmos is powerful. She's one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite characters. She was like because we had the Draven brothers and Varian. They were created first, and then after that, Jake Pierce was created, and then after Jake Pierce, it was Neo Suit Johnny, and then it was her. So she's like one of my earlier creations, Madame Cosmos. She's one of my earlier creations, and I can't wait to tell her story too. So, does Jessica have trouble drawing black hair? Do you think she has trouble drawing black hair? I never had I never saw any issues. Let me bring up, hold up, let me see. Here's Isaiah Draven. This is Isaiah Draven right here. He has braids and everything. I don't know. I wouldn't say she has trouble drawing black hair. I mean, she drew Adex with the fro or the curly fro. But yeah, I can't wait to chapter 2 of VK so you guys to be introduced to Isaiah Draven and Caleb Draven, Varian and the rest. Oh yeah, and then also too, and then let me see, image. Let me bring this up real quick for you guys. Where's social media folder? So many damn folders. Here we go. Let me see. Patreon. Where's it? Reveals. Wallpapers. And then of course we did when I did the reveal of the other member, Dr. Briggs, Yolanda Briggs. She makes her debut in VK chapter 2. You get a chance to see her. And I'm looking forward to I'm about to start looking for a voice actress for Dr. Yolanda Briggs. So this month I'll be shopping around for an actress to voice her, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-release that character reveal trailer of Yolanda Briggs, but I'm going to add her voice to it and stuff. So yes, I'm currently looking for a voice actress. Well, I'll be posting for a voice actress on Twitter and in that Discord as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see how that works out. There's a lot of characters that needs to be voiced, and I can't share those characters yet because I haven't revealed those characters yet. But there's about, let me see. It's one. I'm counting the characters in my head. Yeah, so there's about like seven characters, like 9 characters that I'm gonna need voices for. 9 characters I'm gonna need voices for. Well, no, my fault. 11 characters I'm gonna need voices for. In chapter 2. If you new characters with deep voice want to do a review, you'll compare what I sound like for male characters with deep voices. Yeah, like if you just like I said, if you're interested, just send me an audio. Send me a little demo. You can email me at VenusOrionComics@gmail.com. Anything Venus Orion Comics related, you can send it there. So if you're interested in voice work and doing voices and stuff like that, just send me a demo reel. You can send it to me at Venus Orion Comics at gmail.com, and you can do that and everything. So yeah, so Dr. Yolanda Briggs, I'll be looking for voice actresses, and I'll be doing like a casting call for that soon. So so any lady who's interested in doing her voice, they'll be able to do it. Like, I don't care. You don't have to be a professional voice actress or anything like that. So when people complain about the sexiness of the female characters, just say it's an art form. Yeah, it definitely is an art form, man. I can't wait to show the other characters, man. It's so much I can't wait to show off to you guys. But yeah, but that's essentially it. That's essentially it for tonight. As I said before, if you're interested, once again, buying covers, you can definitely buy covers B, C, and D, and also you can buy the store cover. There's some in stock, and also, man, don't forget, you can also buy the shirts. I got shirts as well, and they at a discount right now. Instead of $25 for the VK shirt, it's $22. Instead of the Venus Orion comic shirt being $25, it's $22. Mugs is from $12 to $10. So you can definitely get the mugs. I got some other merch. I got an actual I actually got a, what they call it, a crossbody bag for Neosuit Johnny and Siona, and I would have for more characters. So you can be able to put your you're able to put your books. You can be able to put your pad. You can be able to put your Steam Deck, your Nintendo Switch 2 in it, and all kinds of other stuff in it. So if you're interested in that, I will post them up on the website for you to be able to purchase too. Now it's gonna be quite pricey because those bags are expensive, but it's a good carrying bag. It truly is a good carrying bag. If you're interested in that, you better put all your personal items in it. And like I said, you can carry your Switch 2 in it, your Steam Deck in it, and stuff like that. If you're interested in something like that. It said, yo, as soon as Hezekiah gets some feats in his series, I was thinking of putting him up against Blade, and you can voice at your character, and I can voice. Oh, that would be awesome. That'll be awesome. Yeah, man. That's what frustrates me, because like, feats is something I can't wait to show off, but it's gonna take a minute. This stuff costs money to release this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I have faith in it, and I know it's going to grow over time, and it may grow faster than I think. And the faster it grows, the more content I can put out, the more books I can put out, and eventually I'll have a catalog. And right now it's the perfect time to get into Venus Orion Comics, because I have one book right now. It's a perfect time to start getting into it right now with Varian Keller's Vampire Killers. Perfect time to start getting into it. But as I said before, it's available. And it says, Landon says, thanks for the opportunity of getting covers of B and C, and thank you for getting my orders in check. No problem, man. Like, I don't play around with that. First impressions are everything, especially with customer service. I want to make sure you guys get handled, like get everything squared out of the way, make sure there's no mistakes, or if there's mistakes, they get addressed right away. Same thing with the Kickstarter campaign. When we had that, when Mixam fucked up and did that misprint, I got ahead of that as fast as I could, and I was transparent as possible. And I want to continue that. I always want to be upfront with you guys, because I want you guys to trust me and stuff like that. So it's not just about the story, it's not just about the book, it's also about trust. I want you guys to be able to trust me, because it's your money. It's your money that's your hard-earned money that you could be spending on anything else, but you decided to spend money on Venus Orion Comics. So I also want to do right by you guys. That's why I want to give you the quality reading experience. That's why I go for high quality print. And that's what costs me a lot of money. I don't want to be cheap. I don't want to cut corners. Even when it comes to my book, I don't want to cut corners when it comes to paneling. If it's going to cost me an extra page, to get my ideas fully thought out and fleshed out, if I have to pay that extra money to get an extra page in there to flesh it all the way out, then I will do that. I don't believe in cutting corners and everything. I want you other guys to have a quality experience when it comes to Venus Orion Comics and when it comes to my books. That's what I believe in. I wholeheartedly believe in it. That's the message that I want to pass. That's the message I want to get across to you guys and everything. So that's just how that's how we play it. That's how we do things around here. You know what I'm saying? Exactly how we do things around here. But that's essentially it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Also, make sure to check out Striking Keo Tees, my brother's t-shirt business, which I'll post the link up real quick for you guys. We do custom designs. If you want a custom shirt made, custom hat, hoodie, or whatever it is that you want made, we can do that. And we also have our own original designs as well. Like I said, we're graphic designers, so all the designs are you can't find anywhere else. These designs, you only can find it here at Striking Keo Tees, which I'll post a link to right now as well. So you can check this out, Striking Keo Tees. You can go to the website. You can contact my brothers. They respond right away. We're stationed in Philadelphia, so we have our own studio, steam press machines and everything. If you live close by, when you make an order, you can actually come by the studio and pick it up. So you get a chance to meet me and my brothers and stuff like that. Or if you live really close, we'll just drive it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that as well. So definitely check them out. You get $5 off your first order. So you can definitely take advantage of that as well. I strongly suggest you take advantage of that. So you get a chance to test out our products that we put out and everything. And they make all my merchandise for Venus Orion Comics as well. So definitely check them out. We've been in business. Striking Keo Tees has been in business for about like 4 or 5 years now. So they've done a lot of work with a lot of content creators, small businesses, indie companies and stuff like that. So their products, our products have been tested, tried and tested, and been proven to have quality. We believe in quality. Quality, we cannot stress that enough. We take serious about what we do. We love our craft when it comes to, creating. We love to create. So you can definitely check out Striking Keo Tees if you're interested in that. And also, if you look in the title of the stream itself, if you're interested in wanting to support the Venus Orion Comics, but you're not a comic book reader, but you want to support Venus Orion Comics, you can donate to my PayPal. And instead of super chatting, because super chat, if you super chat anything related to Venus Orion Comics, YouTube take 30% of that. So I would suggest that if you do want to show support and you of the Orion Comics, then I suggest that you send to the Venus Orion Comics PayPal, which I'll post in the comment section for you guys if you're interested. And you can go to my Patreon for extra perks. And soon I will have the $10 tier where you will be able to have access to the digital comic, and you will have all the other perks included with it. So that's coming soon. So stay tuned for that as well. So check everything out. Make sure to get on the newsletter. The newsletter is completely free. You get free wallpapers. Sometimes I send out discount codes for the merch and stuff like that. And as I said before, for those who have entered the fan art contest before the year is out, I'll make sure that you guys will get some merch. Everybody that participated will get merch. It was about like 6 of you guys. So sorry for taking so long to come up with a winner and stuff, but instead what I'm going to do is you're all going to get merch. So make sure you email me, so you send me your shirt sizes and stuff, so before the year is out you guys will get your merch. So I appreciate it. I love all you guys. You are a wonderful family that I have here at this community for Venus Orion Comics and Mugen TV. And you guys have a good night, and I'll be streaming again on Friday. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out.